Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a great day. There's a lot of pain in the market today. It's Thursday, it's morning, it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go over the charts, but we want to also go over some of the stories that are rather interesting that are, I think, bullish on the market. So let's take a look at some of the stories here that we're going to look at. So we got Ethereum options expire with Friday's 820 million options expiry. We also have why the cryptocurrency Avalanche is soaring today. And we have Saylor's MicroStrategy buying another 177 million of Bitcoin. 1 in 10 people currently invest in cryptocurrencies because it's easy to use. And then we have Facebook going in for the NFTs. And we have Cardano's first regulatory compliance solution launches, which is igniting hopes for ADA's mass adoption. And then we have Charles Hoskins' response to why he's doing it. So we'll get into all that. But first, let's take a look at the charts here. So Bitcoin is obviously right now trading lower. It's at 47,023. It's down about 4% on the market for the day. And it's not looking good right now. I do think that we're going to have maybe a little bit more slide to the downside. We are looking at the daily chart right now. And the RSI is at around 55 or so, like that. Last time we were around this range, we were obviously lower in price, which is good to see. And it gives us obviously hopes that it's going to continue going up. So last time we were at this range on the RSI, we were at right around the 37,000 mark, and we've continued going up from that, which is a good sign. Looking at the 4-hour chart on Bitcoin, we can see that the RSI is down to about 39, which is good. Obviously, it gives us a lot more room for the upside in the coming days. But I think there is a probability that we may go down and reach somewhere around the 50-day mark, 50-day moving average mark, which obviously is increasing. So by the time we get there, we might be at around 43, 44,000 mark, and then we possibly will bounce back up. So we'll have to keep an eye on it, like everything else. Let's take a look at Doge really quick. Doge is down almost 6% for the day. RSI is looking nice. It's way down to about 31 or so. So it hasn't tested the 50-day moving average yet, which is at 26 cents roughly. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. It might touch it and come back above it. If it goes below it, we'll have to obviously rethink our bullish stance on it. It may go down even further a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on that one as well. And then we got Stellar. Stellar is down 5% as well. It's testing the 200-day moving average right now. It's at 34 cents. And it's bouncing off of the 200-day moving average, so that's a good sign. RSI is at 35, which is a good place to be at right now. Litecoin, same thing as testing the 200-day moving average. It's at $170 right now. It's down almost 4% on the day. RSI is looking good. We're at 40, so we got room to run if that happens, if we get a reversal. Then we got Cardano. Cardano is down almost 6%. RSI is at 43 and the price is at $2.57. We are still in a bullish trend, I think, for Cardano. There's a lot of good news coming out for it. So we are definitely going to keep an eye on this one. But right now I don't see any reason why it was going to drop too much further. There was a story yesterday about it possibly going down 40% from its high that we've reached. We are at right now, if we look at it, let's see here, we are down approximately 13 to 14% down from its high. So we may have another slide to go down 40%, which would bring us down to, let's see here, if we go down 40%, it would bring us down to the price of, that would be painful. That would be coming back down to almost the 50-day moving average on it, down to $1.80 or so. And that would be painful for everybody. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is down almost 4% on the day. Let's get rid of this, delete that. So RSI is looking good. We're down to 40. We're nowhere near the 50-day moving average right now, but we may see a pullback. Obviously, we got the expiry coming up. We'll talk about that, what that means for the Ethereum market. And then we'll look at the minor stocks really quick. Hive. Pre-market is down 1 cent to 313. Yesterday closed at 314. Mara is down a penny as well. It's showing pre-market is down a penny. It's at 37.37, and then we have Bitfarms. Bitfarms is holding steady at 566, and then Riot is at 37.74. No pre-market action right now. It's actually showing pre-market is up 2 cents. What else do we have here? This is the Standard Lithium one that I've been watching. Okay, let's get into the market cap. Market cap right now is at, let's refresh this page. Oh, isn't it? There we go. So market cap is down to 2,087 billion. So it's obviously down in the last 24 hours from where it was. Bitcoin still holding number 1, Ethereum number 2, Cardano is number 3. Biggest gainers for the week so far have been Cardano, Binance Coin, and that's it. Those are the only two that have been moving up in the last week. Last 24 hours, everything's pretty much down except for Binance Coin and Tether. And the biggest weekly gainers, let's take a look at those. SafeMoon is up 51%. Avalanche is up almost 50% as well. We'll talk about Avalanche a little bit here and then articles. All right, so let's get into the articles here. So Ethereum traders expect volatility ahead of Friday's 820 million options expiry. Overly confident Ethereum options traders are nervously watching the $3,200 level ahead of this week's 800 million Ethereum options expiry. So Ethereum will face a critical 820 million monthly options expiry on Friday, August 27th. This will be the first time that the 3,000 and higher options will have a real fighting chance, even though both seem to have missed a good opportunity to dominate the expiry because they were too optimistic about Ether's price potential. It is unclear why 140 million of the neutral to bullish call options were placed between 3,800 and 8,000, but these instruments will likely become worthless as the monthly expiry approaches. So we have obviously competition and success of interoperability focused protocols impact Ether price. So we do have some issues obviously here. The Ethereum network has struggled due to its own success, which constantly leads to network congestion and transaction fees up to $20 and higher. Furthermore, the risk of non-fungible tokens and decentralized finance impose further stress on the network. Yeah, we're just seeing too many transactions going on. It's obviously causing havoc in the network. Hopefully, once they go over to proof of stake instead of proof of work in December, January timeline, right around there, that should help out with the transaction speed a little bit, I think. Then we have this, maybe some of the inflows that was supposed to move. Ether price went up to its competitors, which presented stellar performances recently. For example, Cardano surged over 100% quarter to date as investors expect its long-awaited smart contracts to launch on September 18th. We also have Solana, another smart contract contender, captured 1/3 of the inflows to crypto investment products over the last week, according to CoinShares Digital Assets Fund Flows Weekly. Lastly, layer 2 scaling solutions like Polygon have also seen 150% gains after successfully bringing DeFi projects into its interoperability pool and launching a decentralized autonomous organization, DAO, to scale projects on the software development kits. So here we have the charts for the call open interest and put open interest. And we're seeing obviously quite a lot of put options. Wow, 30,000 Ethereum being pretty high. So call to put ratio is at 1.13. So we can notice how the 3,000 level vastly dominates Friday's expiry with 30,900 Ethereum options contracts representing a 100 million open interest. To succeed, bears need to push and hold Ethereum price below 2,900. Nearly half of the neutral to bullish call options have expiry prices set at 3,500 or higher. These instruments will become worthless if Ether trades below that price on Friday. The options expiry happens at 8 a.m. UTC, so traders might expect some price volatility nearing the event. Below are the 3 most likely scenarios that will happen and their estimated gross results. Keep in mind that some investors could be trading more complex strategies, including market neutral ones that use calls and protective puts. Consequently, this estimation is somewhat rudimentary. So below 2,900, we have 36,360 calls versus 32,700 puts. The result is virtually balanced. Between 2,900 and 3,000, we have 36,770 calls and 2,320 puts. The net result favors the neutral to bullish instrument by 48 million. And between 3,000 and 3,200, we have 55,600 calls and 8,320 puts. The net result favors the neutral to bullish instrument by 147 million. Above 3,200, we have 62,260 calls versus the 1,490 puts. The net result favors the neutral to bullish instrument by 197. So based on that, it is looking bullish. But bears will try to minimize the damage, and luckily for them, the honeypot for a favorable price move doesn't look worthwhile of a significant effort from the bulls. And we're seeing that if we look at Ethereum here. Ethereum is trading right around the $3,110 mark. It needs to stay in this range to 3,200 to have the bulls be in control of it. So we'll keep an eye on that. The next story is why the cryptocurrency avalanche is soaring today. So the cryptocurrency avalanche is up 10% in the past 24 hours to 51.38 per token as of 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time today. The token has more than doubled in the last week. Earlier in the day, decentralized cryptocurrency exchange SushiSwap joined Ava Labs, 180 million decentralized finance incentive program. The SushiSwap is the 27th largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world with a trading volume of 156.14 million in the past 24 hours. So what does that mean? Avalanche obviously is a hub for decentralized applications on the blockchain. Developers claim that the smart contracts on the Avalanche network can settle in as little as 1 second. If that's the case, that is extremely fast. Which would be the first in the industry because it simultaneously processes transactions, thousands of transactions per second. It seeks to be a safe haven for those fed up with Ethereum network slow transaction time. Notable projects on Avalanche include decentralized money market Avaya, which facilitates the borrowing and lending of 118 billion worth of cryptocurrencies. So Avalanche is unique in the network that it burns a portion of its transaction fees. We're seeing that with also Ethereum right now. Ethereum is burning, I think it's almost burnt 100,000 coins. So its supply is guaranteed to decrease over time, causing more scarcity. More than 163,000 tokens out of the total supply of 720 million have been burned so far, which will only increase over time if the network gains wider adoption. Consider adding this promising token to your cryptocurrency list. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Do your own research, but that does look promising to me. So it's something I'm going to have to look into more as well, and then I'll get back to you guys on it in the days to come and weeks. Next, we have Saylor's MicroStrategy buys another 177 million of Bitcoin. The business intelligence firm is buying Bitcoin again after a brief bull. So according to a Tuesday filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the company spent about 177 million on its latest BTC purchase at an average price of approximately 45,294 per coin. In total, the firm now holds 108,992 BTC, according to a tweet from the CEO, Michael Saylor. So here's a tweet from Michael Saylor. MicroStrategy has purchased an additional 3,907 Bitcoins for 177 million in cash at an average price of 45,294 per Bitcoin. As of 8/23/21, we hodl 108,992 Bitcoins acquired for 2.918 billion at an average price of 26,769 per Bitcoin. That is astounding. It's actually kind of mind-blowing how much they have invested in Bitcoin and how much he's hodling right now. So obviously that's a bullish sign for me. As long as Michael Saylor keeps buying more, obviously you're driving down liquidity, you're putting more demand on the coins themselves. Supply is obviously going to be dwindling for that. We only have a limited supply, so the more he hodls and everybody else hodls, the price can only go up from here. So that's good news. Let me know what you guys think as far as Bitcoin, where that's going to go. And then we have 1 in 10 people currently invest in cryptocurrencies, mainly for ease of trading, CNBC survey finds. So they go into the article here, but here are the main reasons why people are trading cryptocurrencies. Number one is ease of making my own trades, e.g. through an app. That's 43% have responded. It's exciting, 35%. Potential for short-term high growth, 31%. It feels like a game, 26%. Social media personalities encouraging investing. That's a little concerning that they're following people that, on social media. I hope they do a lot more research than just following somebody. And then you got friends and family obviously encouraging. That I find a little bit more palatable. And then potential for long-term stable growth, 18%. So we're seeing a lot more, obviously, people jumping on board. It says here some of the 65% of the crypto jumped into the asset class in the last year, according to the survey. So that's a lot of new people that have joined in, depending on what their survey was based on, the number. So I just thought that was good news. I thought that was interesting that 1 in 10 people surveyed are investing in cryptocurrencies. I'm sure it's a lot higher than it was just a couple of years ago. So that's a bullish sign for me, something to be mindful of, that as more people join the network, they're buying cryptocurrencies. They're obviously taking up the current currencies. They're hodling it for, I'm hoping for a long term, but some might be day trading it. So then that also increases the demand on it, which obviously drives the price up. Then we have Facebook. Crypto chief is exploring NFTs related products and features, but views Bitcoin as volatile for transactions. So Facebook, crypto boss, said the company is looking at building NFT related features. Obviously, they're seeing a lot of stuff going on in the NFT space. They want to get in on it. It's a lot of money. So I'm not surprised by that. We're in a really good position to do so, David Marcus told Bloomberg on Tuesday. Marcus also said that Bitcoin isn't good for transactions because of its price volatility. I think it's also because of its speed. It's not as fast as some of the other coins, but it's a heck of a lot more secure. So Bitcoin is a store of value, basically. Bitcoin is gold 2.0. So we have to keep an eye on this one as well. There's a lot of stuff going on in this space with the NFTs. We also saw a story yesterday where I believe it was Visa or somebody was buying an NFT, bought an NFT for like $150,000. So the space is starting to get crazy. So we'll keep an eye on that one. And lastly, we have Cardano's first regulatory compliance solution launches it, igniting hopes for ADA's mass adoption. So I thought this was really interesting. The first analytics compliance solution for the Cardano network has gone live after the Cardano Foundation, a Swiss-based nonprofit foundation that oversees the advancement of the cryptocurrency, selected blockchain analytics firm Confirm to deploy anti-money laundering and combating the financing of terrorism analytics on it. So basically, they've taken on this firm to help them make sure that people aren't money laundering, they aren't funding terrorism through their network, through the Cardano network. These are all positive things. For mass adoption, you need those things, obviously, because you don't want your coins being used for illicit activity, which would shed dark light on your coin, right? So according to a press release, the partnership will allow the Cardano network to be able to be in full compliance with the Financial Action Task Force guidelines, as well as other sub-rational and national regulations. Mel McCann, head of technical integration at the Cardano Foundation, was quoted saying, AMCFT analytics is essential for cryptocurrency to receive mass adoption within regulated markets. And we are going to get regulated one way or another. It's coming down the road, whether it's going to be this year or next year or the following year, we are going to have regulation on it. So implementing this now, I think, is a great idea. McCann added that the tools and services Confirm will enable every exchange, custodian, and other third parties to clearly track the history of the ADA held in their wallets. The move is part of the Cardano Foundation's strategic plan to increase the institutional capabilities of Cardano. Great move. Very, very bullish in my opinion. Confirm will not only be providing AML and CFT analytics for Cardano native ADA token, but also for every other asset minted on the cryptocurrencies blockchain. Its tool will help law enforcement agencies and third-party virtual asset service providers support victims of theft on the blockchain. And then lastly, so we have Charles Hoskins responding to this news, obviously. So why don't we take a listen to him? Why isn't it playing? It's not playing.
Doesn't care. Agnostic protocol. Doesn't care about China, Japan, America any more so than Bitcoin does. The point and the purpose has always been building in layers, building modules, building ecosystems. So while the base layer of the system doesn't care if you're from the United States or China or Japan, wherever, what you can do is add identity and metadata and all kinds of other things. And those other things give you the ability to be in compliance with your business domain, regulated or otherwise. And that's the reason these partnerships are important. They provide clarity, they provide a lot of business and technical requirements, and they allow us to make the software better for everyone, everywhere, and Cardano to get more adoption in all industries, regulated and unregulated.
So there you have it, folks. I think it's a great sign, especially for Cardano, to do this. Like I said, I think we're going there one way or another. It's just a matter of time whether we get there this year, next year, or the following year. So yeah, let me know what you think as far as Facebook getting into NFTs. Where do you think Bitcoin is going in the next couple of days? Obviously, we have the Bitcoin options expiry coming up. We also have the Ethereum expiry coming up. So it's interesting to see. Obviously, we're seeing Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies trading lower. The 4%, it's a pretty large drop in the last 24 hours. And then, do you think also the Saylor's MicroStrategy is going to continue buying Bitcoin as the price goes up? If they do, I think that's great news. But yeah, so let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you guys find these videos useful, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It lets me know that you guys do like this type of content. If there's any way I can improve or anything like that, let me know down below as well. I'll take all your feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and put it to good use so I can provide you guys with the best information possible. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.